Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Director of Football Sabotage with Livorno. Now it has been a few days since I did upload and I do apologise for that, but we'll crack on today with the Champions League quarter-final, and as you'll have seen by the thumbnail, we drew Liverpool. Now last season we did actually have Liverpool in the first knockout round and we managed to get past them. I can't remember how. It was on penalties. So we've got Liverpool again today. Obviously, we've got some results to check out since the last time we met. So there's the quick reminder of how the game finished in the second leg of our first knockout round last season. We actually went through on penalties after back-to-back 1-1 draws against Liverpool. Are we a better side than we were last season? I think defensively, I don't think we are. Attacking-wise, we definitely are. So it just depends on how we perform, really. It did take a late goal from Kyle Wright to actually equalise against Liverpool. English opposition in the Champions League is always something I try to avoid. English teams in Football Manager are vastly overrated, and it's going to be a tough one. Before we get into the results from the last time, this is how the quarterfinal draw went. Man City got PSG, Chelsea got Barcelona, and Man United got FC Bayern. So there was no easy draw, where any of them teams would have basically been the same sort of challenge. I'm glad we avoided Man United. They did knock us out in the quarterfinals last season. So obviously we have never made it past the Champions League quarterfinals. So if we do get past that today, we are setting records. So following on from the Real Madrid game, we beat Real Madrid 6-1 last time. And look what happened straight after that. We got beat off Sassuolo 4-1. Ponce gave us the lead inside 5 minutes, but then they equalised in the 25th, went in the lead in the 32nd. We had Patrick sent off in the 68th, and they got another 2 goals after that to secure a 4-1 victory. It's fair to say the results after the Real Madrid game have been absolutely dreadful. We follow that up with a 0-0 home draw. This one isn't as bad as it looks due to Dimitar Vasilev getting sent off in the 25th minute, so we played the vast majority of the game with 10 men, and obviously Roma are still a decent side. Pugliese is one of the best Italian players in the game, so not a bad draw, but again, not a win. And again, not a win. This time away at Juventus, we were incredibly fortunate to get away with a 1-1 draw after another sending off. Altenaer put us in the lead in 11 minutes. But then Altenaer got sent off in the 23rd minute, so we played the vast majority of this game with 10 men. Moise Kean equalised for them in the 59th minute, and we held on for the draw. And finally, we won a game. The boys actually bounced back. They smashed Real Madrid, and then they just went on holiday for a few weeks. And then we played Benevento away. Ponce got a hat-trick, Kyle Wright with 1, and Dimitar Vasilev got 1 to secure the 5-2 win. Now the league table is looking a lot closer than it did previously. We're only 4 points ahead of AC Milan in second place. That victory against Benevento really did put some gap between us and them. So top 2 is pretty much guaranteed. It's going to be between us and Milan who wins the league. So this is how we're going to line up for the first leg, which is at home, which is an ideal. Plazzari in goal, Zango Saavedra, Ventroni and Vasilev as our defenders, Patrick in defensive midfield, Kyle Wright and Pizzulo in the centre with Altenaer, Ralovic and Ponce leading the line. So Liverpool come at us with a 4-4-1-1. No Moise Vlad-Paul, he's not starting today. Trent Alexander-Arnold, is he still the best right back in the game? Pretty much at 30 years old, he's still absolutely fantastic. They've got Bentancur in the centre of midfield, who's developed into a world-class midfielder as described by the media. Lautaro Martinez, still 31, still playing at the top of the game. He looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't he? He's got 14 goals in 29 games in the league for Liverpool this season. I'll just quickly check where they are in the Premier League. They're in second place behind Man United by any chance. Chelsea, actually, top of the league. Liverpool currently 7 points off them with only 6 games remaining, but they do have a game in hand. So they're still in with a shout in terms of the Premier League title, but we need to knock them out of the Champions League right now. So we kick off shooting from left to right in this first half. At home in the first leg, we need a good performance and a good result. Ideally, keeping a clean sheet at the same time. But you can't have everything, so I'll just take a win. Highlight now, Alexander-Arnold with a throw-in very deep, and he gives the ball away. Ralovic has got it inside the box. He takes a strike, and Ralovic's 24th goal of the season puts us in front inside 15 minutes. That was a huge error by Trent Alexander-Arnold. As you can see, he tries to give it to them. Ralovic manages to intercept it, falls back to him after a challenge from the Liverpool defender, but he puts it in the far post, and Alisson has absolutely no chance. But there's a free kick straight away, and Ventroni calmly gives that to Plazzari, and we'll restart the highlight. Plazzari gives it straight away, and Alexander-Arnold gives it straight back. Vasilev to Pizzulo, back to Vasilev. It's the closing down very tight. Patrick's got 3 men on him there, so he plays the ball over the top and punches in behind. Alisson keeps him out this time, and we can't go 2-0 up front. But they are very high pressing, 2 to 3 man on the ball all the time, so we need to start playing it around quicker, and maybe we'll be able to create some chances from that. And just with that in mind, I'm going to actually pump the tempo up to extremely high. If they're going to be closing us down really quickly, we need to move the ball even quicker. 39 minutes now, absolutely nothing happened for about 20 minutes there, but we pick up with another highlight. Ventroni on this right hand side, get a ball in, Vasilev's there, Vasilev's back post, we make it 2-0, our wing backs combine at his 5th goal of the season. Absolutely fantastic stuff. 2-0 against Liverpool. If I could take this now, I really would. Not conceding is the main concern now at 2-0 up. Liverpool haven't looked like really doing anything match stats wise. We are dominating. They are having a slightly more possession, but not too much. And I think things are going extremely well. We'll take a look to see if... No, we won't, because the game's going to end in a second. Latest scores, Man City and PSG is still 0-0. The other leg has been played for the other two sides in them fixtures. They've already been played. We'll check everything out at the end of the first leg for us. Did I just waffle there for a good 10-20 seconds? I think I did. Highlight now, 49 minutes in, Ponce on the left-hand side to Altena inside. Ventroni's got the offer there, but Altena goes for goal. It was always an ambitious attempt, but unfortunately, Alisson saves this one. Another highlight now, this time it's a free kick just inside the Liverpool half for us. Vasilev's got the ball now on the left-hand side. He gets the ball, and Ventroni's there. The two wing-backs combine once again, and Ventroni gets his 7th goal of the season, an assist and a goal for Dimitar Vasilev. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. We're doing incredibly well in this game. 3-0. Bear in mind, last season we struggled really hard against Liverpool. Back-to-back 1-1 draws, only going through on penalties. And with 30 minutes to go, we are going to look to make some changes. Ventroni for Diego Cafagna, he's played so well, but I'd rather keep him fresh. Pizzulo can come off for Solossi. That is a like-for-like change in my eyes. I don't say that as a downgrade. We'll switch him and Carl Wright, put Carl Wright in the deep line playmaker role, and let Solossi play it in the more natural Metsola role. Time is just ticking away with about 8 minutes to go in the match. Are we really going to bring Elcio on for Patrick? I think we are. Elcio is a centre-half by trade, but he can play defensive midfield. And just with his physicals and his good defensive stats, hopefully he'll be able to wrap up this game in the anchorman role in defensive midfield for us. With 5 minutes to go, there is another highlight. Solossi on the ball to Altena. He plays it inside to Kyle Wright. He's got options. He's got it was 3-on-3 there, if he picked out the right pass, but it looks like it's going to be a Liverpool opportunity. Jota inside the box now. There's loads of men over the other side, and Abel gets a goal, making it 3-1, and that is a little bit of a lifeline for Liverpool. Maybe I should have changed things and went incredibly defensive just to try and see this match out. Saavedra could probably do a little bit better there and win the header, but he doesn't. Abel makes it 3-1, and they have the crucial away goal going into the second leg, but don't score another. Come on. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Dimitar Vasilev clears. 1 minute to go. Just, waste some time. 5 seconds to go. Ref, you blow the whistle at any point. I think I'll be very glad of that. It's gone out for another throw-in. And there we are. 20 seconds over the time, but he did blow the final whistle before that throw-in was taken. Livorno 3. Liverpool 1. Liverpool 1. An absolutely fantastic result, obviously, but getting that away goal is a little bit of a niggle. PSG ended up beating Man City 2-0 away from home. We did see the other results, but we'll quickly check them again. So we are definitely in the driver's seat going into the second leg. Man City are definitely not in the driver's seat. PSG looked like they would go through in that one. Chelsea had a fantastic first leg against Barcelona 3-0 at home, and Man United similarly against Bayern 4-1. So if you were to believe this and everything was to steer as it is for the semi-final, it looks like Livorno, PSG, Chelsea and Man United make it through the semis. But we know that's not how football works generally, so we will play Lazio in Serie A and then get to Liverpool second leg Champions League quarters. So we have just played Lazio in the league and we scraped past them with a 71st minute goal from Ponce. We did dominate the game, as you can see though, not creating the chances against the teams who set up against us defensively. But as things stand, we are still 4 points clear from Milan in second place. We have qualified for the Champions League, so the board have set the initial budgets and things are not really going well financially. 18 million with 300 grand in the wage budget available. But as you can see, this season, because of our high wage budget, we're just losing money left, right and centre. We really need to get the sponsorship and the finances right to the level that we're currently playing at. Otherwise, people are going to have to be sold, I think. But anyway, that is drama for another day. We will start the second leg against Liverpool away from home. Plizzari in goal, Zango and Saavedra at centre-back, Ventroni and Vasilev at wing-back, Patrick, Cartwright and Pezzulo in the centre, Alternate, Ralovic and Ponce leading the line. I think I'm quite happy with the bench. I would like DeMarco to be fit, but it's pointless bringing him on after he's just returned from injury. Yeah, that's what we're going to go with. Let's see how things go. Again, 4-4-1-1 for Liverpool, but it looks like they are playing with a much higher line, and it looks like, particularly down this left-hand side, we might have some issues. Diaz and Trent Alexander-Arnold probably overlap quite a lot. No Moise Vlad-Paul again. He didn't get on the pitch last time either, so we don't have to worry about that. Jota was good last game, so was Diaz. We'll see how things go. 3-1 up, we should be able to hopefully hold on. We'll see. So we kick off shooting from right to left in this first half. We're playing pretty much the exact same way as we did in the first leg. No changes in personnel either, I don't think so. Obviously, dominating first leg. We need to do the exact same in the second leg. The league performances are worrying me a little bit. You know, obviously we're playing okay against teams who actually try to compete with us and attack with us. But against teams who play defensively, we just really, really struggle to break them down and score goals. That shouldn't be an issue in the Champions League, though. No teams left in the competition is going to set up as defensively as Lazio did in the previous game, for example. Liverpool's conditioning is absolutely awful, so the longer we can hold out without conceding, the better it is for us naturally. Pezzulo on the ball, back to Ventroni on this right-hand side. He started to turn back to Plizzari. That was a dodgy pass, and I wouldn't have been surprised if that went in the back of the net just through chance. But it's now back with the Liverpool defence, and they can clear the ball to Jota on this left-hand side. Lovely through ball for Abel over the top. What an absolute challenge that was. Number 16, Saavedra. What a guy. I wish he wasn't on loan. I wish he was a permanent, but unfortunately he is only on loan. And chances are we're not going to be able to sign him in the summer either, just due to how much he's worth and how little we have to play with. But there's another highlight. 40 minutes in this time. Alternate to Pezzulo in the centre. Patrick, switch that play to Ventroni. He's tried and has eventually fell to him, but it was a poor pass actually. Ventroni whips the ball in. Ponce's back post. Is that offside? Is that going to be VAR? I'm not sure. It is. He's going to go over to watch the video. Please, ref, have a kind heart. I think that does mean it's counted, doesn't it, if it's shown as the replay? Ventroni with an absolutely fabulous cross. Ponce with a great finish at the back post. That away goal means Liverpool now need 3 goals to take us to extra time. And is this the first of which? Bentancur, after a free kick from Jota. Go on, just keep closing them down. They're not giving space to the Liverpool lads, so the chances are that... Oh, is that a penalty? It is. The only way that Liverpool are going to be able to break us down, I think, is down the wings. Obviously, our wing-backs bombing on, and they've got pacey wing players, so they'll be able to get past us as Alexander-Arnold equalises on the night. 4-2. Not an ideal way to end the first half, but getting that goal from Ponce is absolutely huge as we tie the away goals that they got from the last leg. So we'll kick off, shooting from left to right in this second half. No changes need to be made right now. I am a little bit concerned that Saavedra is on a yellow card. That's the last thing we could do with getting going down to 10 men, which has happened quite a lot recently. Oh, Vasilev, man. Why is the throw-in so poor? Diaz thankfully puts it in. That was an absolutely awful shot for a player of his quality. And at 60 minutes, are we going to make some changes? I don't think we are. I think we're going to try and stick with what we've got at the minute. Kyle Wright on the edge of the box. And he makes it 2-1 on the night. 5-2 on aggregate. 2 away goals now should surely mean that we go through to the next round. 3 goals won't do it for them. They need 4. So with 25 minutes remain, I'm starting to feel a little bit confident. We'll get Cafagna on at left wing back. It's not ideal, but it's going to have to do. LCO can come on at defensive midfield once again, just to hopefully shore things up a little bit. I think he's a bit better defensively than Patrick, although he doesn't have the technical or the mental skills that Patrick does. But time is ticking away. 10 minutes to go. We will make our final change of the game. Ventroni's done well, and he's going to have to stay on. Pezzulo can come off for Matt Salossi, and we'll see how the game plays out. 5 minutes remain. Free kick for Liverpool. That is far, far too easy. Far too easy. Great ball in by Patrick Paliak. And Jota with a daft little header. Ventroni should be marking him a lot better than he did. Match stats wise, it is quite an equal game, so 2-2 probably does match how the game is actually played, but I don't really care. Don't score again. That's alright. It's the end of the game anyway. Liverpool 2, Livorno 2, 5-3 on aggregate. We beat English competition once again. Liverpool like last year. Hopefully now we can avoid Manchester United. They were the side that knocked us out. Their match hasn't been played yet, so I'm not even sure that they're definitely through. The match draw, the semi-final draw is it before the next game, I think, before Pescara. So we'll get to that and we'll see who we face in the next round. So here we are, it is semi-final draw day, and Man United got put out of Bayern Munich in the quarter-finals. Hold on, we need to see what happened there. 5-1 at, 6-5 on aggregate. Chelsea managed to make it through past Barcelona. PSG obviously through as well, as alongside us. Who do I want out of these? Do I want Chelsea? They are top of the Premier League. We're just going to automatic draw it and see what happens. It doesn't really matter, does it? Chelsea, Bayern or PSG. It's all the same sort of thing. I would take Chelsea. Oh, well, it's going to be PSG, who've just stuffed Man City. And we are at home in the first leg as well. PSG, naturally, they're going to be one of the best teams in the world, purely down to the finance they have on offer. Kylian Mbappe is still listed as their key player, and he's just unbelievably fantastic. I want to see if they've got any impressive regens, I guess. Right back, Larivi, he looks quite good, doesn't he? Not so great defensively, but he looks fantastic. How's Kimpembe developed in this? 33 years old now. An absolutely world-class centre-back, no doubt about that. Felix Rocker, a striker, German, regen, unbelievable, absolutely fantastic. Bought from Hertha for £11 million way back when. Really, really, really great deal. They actually loaned him out, even though he was banging goals for them. Loaned him out of Valencia and Bayer Leverkusen, and he's still banging the goals ever since. They've got Joshua Wagnerman, who is one of our old boys. I have actually looked to sign this guy on occasions, but that's never going to happen. PSG paid a lot of money for him quite a few years ago now. Jean Menez, have we played him before? I've got a feeling we have. Yeah, he was at Roma, 555k, and did fantastically at Roma, then signed for PSG for a lot of money. Decent player, really good. We'll take a close look at them in the next episode. Kieran Tierney, again, unbelievable. So there we go, next episode, PSG Champions League semis. If you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, and if you are enjoying my content, get yourself subscribed. But till next time, take it easy.